Once you get there, you check in your cell phone, and you obviously have to hit the merch tent. Okay,
That's the first thing you do. You just got to get it over with.
Read a stat that at the Masters, every second they make $277. The week of the Masters, just on merch alone, they will make $70 million. Yes.
That's insane.
It's insane.
But it makes sense though, because everyone there goes in with checking out with at least $1,000.
I've got my nice new Tervis tumbler with the Masters emblem on it. You can only buy Masters stuff at the Masters. So it's a well-oiled machine. You get in there, they give you a shopping bag. You're throwing shit. I mean, it's a little bit like a psycho waspy supermarket sweep. Is it not?
It's Black Market. It's Black Friday shopping before the internet. Remember when the news used to cover every Black Friday and that people would be in line at Best Buy 3 days before trying to get the TVs, the printers, the computers, the laptops, the headphones? It's that just there because none of that stuff's available online. So it's a throwback.
I said this past Thanksgiving that the fact that Black Friday is no longer a thing, it's made us weak as a country. It really has.
I mean, people used to throw bows.
We're still greedy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I think this younger generation where they can just go on TikTok shop and press click and it shows up at their door 3 days later, they don't have the fundamental survival skills that our generation has. When I would have to stand outside of an Old Navy in the pitch black at 5 a.m. with my mom knowing that we were going to get all matching fucking Christmas pajamas.
Wait, that's the way I felt about waiting for a Harry Potter book to drop. I was at the Barnes & Noble drinking freaking frappuccinos from the Starbucks inside the Barnes & Noble, zipping, waiting for midnight until they started slamming the books out, and then you had to speed read home so you could get the plot before all your friends do the plot.
I will say, not having a cell phone at this tournament
is refreshing
because it reminds me of that core memory.
Yeah.
We didn't have cell phones when we were at Barnes & Noble. If your mom didn't pick you up
We
at
had to
dusk,
just chat.
you walked home. We just had to chat and read.
Well, that's the other thing that kind of stresses me out too about the Masters, which I love and I'm so fun. It's like you got to be ready to talk for 3 hours.
Yes. You can't look away at the phone. You can't, I got to take a call in a bush. No, you have to be on, minding your P's and Q's because people are going to be peppering you with questions because guess what? The only thing to do out there
is talk.
Is to talk and watch golf. So you better come with a fucking story.
And it's the worst part about not having a phone is if you're Heather, you come back on the third day and you don't have a single missed call.
I had no missed calls.
Not a single text.
On Sunday, I'm leaving a little anxious, worried, just like, oh God, I'm going to miss things. I get out of the Masters, not a single fucking missed call. I think people knew that I was at the Masters. That's what I would chalk it up to. But I didn't have a single.
Well, and also I was there with you. Because I probably would have been texting and calling you. We would have been sending videos.
Mary Beth, who's going to listen to this, is already mad at us because we didn't have time to FaceTime her every day because we were off the grid essentially all weekend. And she was very upset about it. We were sorry, Mary.
We didn't have time.
We were at the fucking golf course from 8 a.m. to fucking 8 p.m. every day.
No, literally, there was a 12-hour day.
There was a 12-hour day.
There was a 12-hour
on our
day.
feet.
Oh.
Okay, now here's the other thing. This is where we really fucked up, all right? We're so grateful that we got the tickets from friends of ours who were playing. But let me tell you, we still have not scammed our way into the hospitality suite. I don't know what the fuck we have to do to get the next level of hospitality. If you go to the Masters and you don't have either Berkman's place or they had the new place, the Map and Flag.
Oh, the Map and Flag. But that's not even on the course.
That's not even on the course. That's also $17,000 per person
for
the week. That's crazy. I didn't know about it. I fucked up. I mean, we could have started a GoFundMe so that you and I could be getting lobster rolls at 8 a.m.
Amen.
But if you don't have access to the clubhouse, which is nearly impossible.
Right.
Or if you don't have access to Berkman's place, which is usually by a corporate sponsorship.
Correct.
Right? Like if you work for one of the big five, you work for Home Depot, Delta, I don't know, Costco, you're getting a Berkman's place
pass.
They've got the full spread. If you don't have that, honey, your ass is sitting on the grass drinking a white wine out of a plastic cup like everybody else.
Everybody else, it's equalizer.
Would you explain the commissary situation?
Okay, so here's the thing. Everyone's like so excited. Did you get the pimento cheese? Did you get the chicken salad? Did you get the egg salad? Yes, I've got it all. And I have no complaints about that. But if it's all you can eat for 3 days.
It's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Imagine that's all you have. That's all you have for 3 days.
And it's on a white bread. It's not a toasted croissant. It's on white bread. Now it's $2 a sandwich, $1 a sandwich. We love that. We love that inflation hasn't touched Augusta National.
Yeah.
But we would also like to sit under a shady umbrella and have a
pressed panini.
Pressed panini. I would love a
pressed panini.
You really kind of starve. Like you're like, all right, it's 3 days in Augusta, which no hate, no shade to the city of Augusta, people that I love. But you guys know that the food options are
It's bleak.
It's bleak. It's few and far between.
Yeah.
And so then everyone's like, oh, did you eat out of the course? There's only so many. By day 3, I was opening up the chicken salad sandwich and I got the Lay's chips and I would just scoop out and just, have 2 bites of
But that does not make a full meal.
That does not make a full meal. And when that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you're out there for 12 hours, you're panicked. We didn't even get drunk. We weren't even drinking because...
Well, the first day it was too cold. It was too windy.
It's never been too cold for me to drink. Too hot, yes, but too cold?
Too cold for me to drink because I don't drink beer because I'm a lady, not a lesbian. And the white wine is cold. So that's too... I couldn't... It wasn't adding up.
Yeah, you're walking, you're uphill the whole time. It was very windy, so if you had a nice drink, it was getting blown
that
over.
was the thing. All the sand was blowing into the drinks.
Oh, just sandy drinks.
Everyone's like, oh, the golfers got sand in their eyes. I was like, I have sand in my white wine.
Yeah.
Granted, I could go get another one because it's $1, but then I have to get up from my seat and shuffle back to the commissary.
It's not like one of those golf tournaments where you could go, get fucked up, get rowdy. You really have to constantly be on your best behavior.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And you're walking uphill. It's one of
Well, and that's why I don't get the bros that show up not dressed and they're stacking the cups and they've had 20 beers. I'm like, that's not respectful.
That's not, guess what? There's a camera somewhere in a tree.
Everywhere.
You think it's an owl. It's not an owl. It's a fucking camera. And they have scanned your face and you will never be let in ever again.
Exactly.
So we are, again, respectful to the course, the club, but we do need to...
Hospitality.
We need hospitality.
We need hospitality.
That's why this year it was one of those things where I was like, I need something. I need a pressed panini. I need something other than a pimento cheese sandwich because I'm not going to make it.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's delicious food. It's if you eat the same thing for 3 days, you kind of go nuts.
There are no other vendors, just so you guys understand.
Yeah.
There's not like a Chick-fil-A stand. There's not, I don't know, an A&W, a root beer stand. It is just the Masters branded food.
Yeah, that's cooked there, made there, sold there.
Sold there.
That's it.
You can get some apple slices. You have to get creative. I saw one guy open a pimento cheese. Then he took the chicken breast sandwich, but the chicken breast has been cold, and that's also on white bread. And then he would take the pimento cheese with the chicken breast and make a little thing.
You kind of got to get crafty.
You got to get really crafty and creative.
I mean, Jeff only ate an ice cream sandwich one day.
Yeah,
that's all he had.
The peach ice cream sandwich
is delicious.
He had apple slices and the peach ice cream sandwich.
Well, that's nutrition.
That is straight up nutrition.
That is nutrition.
So we would get out of the Masters every day around 8 p.m. and we would have the shakes. We were so starving.
And just bodies broken.
Bodies fully fucking broken.
Well, because we also because you're trying to support your friends that are golfers, we walk the whole thing. Not everyone walks all 18.
Yeah, some people are just sitting.
Chilling.
Chilling.
I ditched you guys the first day to sit with my friends that were there, and I actually had a lovely time sitting.
Yeah.
That one was great. I was chatting. I mean, you have to it's kind of nice because when you're sitting, you get to chat, but then if they're coming onto the green, everyone's silent.
Yeah.
You just go silent, which I kind of love because you do get a break. So the first day I was minus the wind, I was thriving. I was sitting there, I was watching everyone chip in on 18. I got to watch everyone finish. Y'all were dying. I came and found you at one point, and I was like, girl, we got to go sit.
No, it was, I mean, we walked 15 miles every day.
Yeah.
So while everybody thinks, and I would run into a ton of girls, and everybody that I met there, shout out, y'all, were so appropriate. It was a quiet tiramisu, bitch. They knew the rules of the Masters.
Yeah.
We had a lovely time, but we were moving. It wasn't a just sit and we're drinking white wine. People think that I get fucked up at all these events. I don't. I was chugging hydration sticks and was doing stretches by an oak tree.
I had 3 drinks the whole time we were on the course in 3 days.
In 3 days.
And you know how I like to drink.
Yeah. Can I tell you,
nothing.
shout out to Lacey Homa. She went into the clubhouse and got me an Aperol Spritz, and because I wasn't going to make it one day. And that brought me back to life.
Yeah.
Also, this year was the first year we did not also get invited to any parties.
Oh, yeah.
We did not scum our way into the Wheels Up party or the Nat Jets. We didn't.
We didn't get into that suite either.
Because by the time we got home every day, it was feast or famine search for food.
Yeah.
And then we were like, I don't have it in me.
Yeah, we were feral.
We were feral.
Trying to find food. I mean,
shout out to our favorite place though that we found.
Oh yeah, the Mexican place.
La Casita Taqueria, and it's, guys, I don't know how to tell anybody from Augusta. I know you guys pronounce it Martinez, Georgia. It's actually Martinez, Georgia. And as someone from Georgia, I am allowed to correct you. I know that with that sweet Georgia accent, y'all are like, it's Martinez. It's actually Martinez. It's Martinez, Georgia. So I will fight anybody on that.
I mean, we ordered so much food at that taco shop. The lady laughed. We
walked in and we just yelled gordita.
Yeah, I was like,
Gordos. Gordos. We ordered, I think I had one of the best things I've ever had at Mi Casita Taqueria.
We were cutting it so close because we finished so late, and you called and you're like, can we still order if we get there? They closed at 9. You're like, can we still order at 8:45? And they were like, yes. And I was like, vamos a comer gordo. Let's go. Let it rip.
We got an El Pastor queso. I want you to envision. white runny cheese dip. Because
Yeah.
in Georgia we do it right. Okay, we don't do the yellow queso. It's that white runny cheese dip. That if it looks like milk, then it's right.
It does. Yeah.
With thick chunks of pastor.
Oh, that was so
Of
good.
al pastor. It was just pork and cheese dip, and that brought me back to life.
Yeah, you ate about half of it.
I ate the whole thing.
Yeah.
I didn't eat all day, and then I consumed 16,000 calories in a matter of 0.3 seconds.
Yeah. It's also wild too because you have to because there is literally no food, and also you're so tired. The last thing you want to do is go out and get food. So every morning we had to make breakfast.
Yeah.
Because we tried getting breakfast one day and it was out. It was sold out.
Everywhere you went, the
Everywhere.
Starbucks out. They didn't know what to do.